Hey everyone, welcome to The Alternates, a basketball show for the others where we like to showcase independent music and discuss all things basketball. We've got a really, really fun episode lined up for you today. We're going to be hitting the headliners. We're going to the altar of the basketball gods and asking for something. What's it going to be? I don't know. Stick around. We're going to be playing 3-pack. Very fun trivia segment, my favorite. And then, of course, it's Friday. That can only mean one thing. A trip to the casino. We're hitting bet brains this week. We got all that and more coming up right after the song with a very special guest that I'm not announcing yet. You're just going to sit there and the people are going to wonder until we come back. The song is Demystification by the Zounds off their 1981 Demystification 7-inch on Rough Trade Records. We'll see you in a few minutes.
I look out the window and I wonder at it all. Staring at the symbols that decorate the wall. Everybody's calling to come and join them all. But I can't go with no one till I understand the call. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. I want some demystification. I want some demystification. I want some demystification about what's going on. My electronic shaver will plug into the wall. Now I can't go to the party, the electrician didn't call. And I hear that counting numbers to the store down in Whitehall. So much information, what could they do with it all? Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. I want some demystification. I want some demystification. I want some demystification about what's going on. Some people talk of Shiva and some they talk of God. Some talk of politicians and some they talk of love. They mystify the heroes of the chances we could take. I'm not looking for escapism, I just want to escape. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Don't come round for me unless you come alive. Want some demystification. I want some demystification. I want some demystification about what's going on.
What is up, y'all? Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. We, of course, are The Alternates. I am your host, Brian Cullen, and with me is a very special guest, first time on the show, reporter, but more importantly known as Jeff Garland's arch nemesis, Natasha Dye.
Yes, it is me, Jeff Garland's arch nemesis. Thanks for having me. I know that's how everyone knows me, so thank you for bringing that up once again.
Of course, we appreciate it. Always love a good enemy on the show.
Oh, yeah, me too. It's important to have an enemy.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
Oh, I've got a lot. We don't have enough time. This is a short show. We don't have enough time for that list.
Okay.
Before we jump into the first segment, just want to ask you all to subscribe to the show on YouTube at youtube.com/thealternates. Like the video, the thumbs up. It might have my parents love me a little more, if I'm being honest. They might actually start to respect me if you hit that thumbs up. So please help me out there. If you are not catching us on YouTube, subscribe to the show wherever you're catching your podcasts. If that platform has a rating and review option, hit us with one of those. Again, I'm looking for love from you, my parents, anybody. Somebody please love me. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can do so by emailing us thealternateshoop@gmail.com. You can follow the show on TikTok at thealternatesNBA. Again, this is all just about validation for me. So if you could all just help me out by following, liking, subscribing, it goes a long way. You can also get a hold of us by leaving a comment in the comment section. I will get back to you. As I say every episode, I do nothing but refresh the comments on the videos, and I promise I will reach out and make a true connection with you. Please leave a comment. Just like James Rice did here, right? He said, I accept your discrete pool reversal. Kind of bullshit, Jimmy, but, I never really shit on Poole. I just said that he was inconsistent. But okay, you win. That's what we all need. You win. Congratulations. He also said, I would love if at some point you break down the desk swag. So much like my list of enemies, it's a very long list. There's a lot going on here, but I can highlight a few things. We've got some records here. A couple books up here. We've got Primal Screamer by Nick Blinko, singer of one of my favorite bands, Rudimentary Peni. Very interesting book. It is written as his psychiatrist that is working with him, and it's their analysis of him, but he wrote it. Very interesting, very, very trippy, psychedelic book. We got a ton of basketball cards on here. Let me grab one, see who the most random one is. We got Jason Williams here from the Nets. Got Dennis Rodman here, Pooh Richardson over there, Hakeem the Dream. We've got a couple bobbleheads. We got
are these organized? Exactly.
They're not. There's no organization here.
Gotcha.
Wilt Chamberlain over there. I've got Milos Teodosic right here in front of me. Mm-hmm. You can smell the cigarettes just permeating off of him, even in bobblehead form. Lots of records with a couple little Easter eggs I'll point out. I've got a new edition 45 sitting up here. We've got a record by ODB up in the front there. Lots of stuff behind us, posters for bands. This is the Naismith International Park Map. If you've never seen this, look it up. Kirk Goldsberry made this thing. You will spend hours. We spent a good 4 hours before we recorded just looking at it.
I've been here all day.
It's very interesting. But that's kind of what we have going on here. It changes. We set it up and tear it down, and we got different stuff out there. But James, thank you for the comment. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Is this what it looks like inside your head?
It's not this organized in my head. Yeah. Way, way worse than this. This might be a corner somewhere in my head. But,
okay. I see that.
you don't really hear as much screaming on the desk as you do in my head, but
I heard a little.
That's enough about me. Natasha, how are you? Thank you for coming on the show.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm good. I actually brought you a little gift.
Ooh, a gift.
Yes, I brought
This is a first.
Ugh. Well,
if it's a gun, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, not this time. It's a Reggie Jackson snack.
Reggie PB&J's.
Yes, from the Clippers game last night.
Incredible.
Yes.
I'll hold this up so everybody can see.
Everyone can see.
Very cool.
Yeah, they threw out like a million of them, and I can only eat so many PB&J snacks.
I love it.
But yes, I brought you one because I thought you might want to try.
Do you think he eats these?
He eats a PB&J before every game.
A PB&J, but is he eating these?
I bet he's tasted them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if he has a good game, I'll eat it.
Yes, they are good. I had them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, you can't go wrong with PB&J.
No, you cannot.
Iconic duo.
I'm not sure I would want to eat one before I ran around for hours, but
yeah.
I mean, that's...
Put a banana in there. You get some potassium.
I guess.
Avoid that cramping.
Yeah, that's true.
I love banana and PB&J.
I do too. I like that too, but I would rather have a like a no banana PB&J.
You just like a salad
I'll
PB&J?
eat it,
You would eat something light?
Yes, just a light, PB&J.
Some romaine with a PB&J like vinaigrette on top?
Ooh, no.
Have you had it?
No.
Oh, then I don't appreciate that response because you've never tried it.
My dad used to eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Yeah, that's like a boomer thing for sure.
Yeah, it's such a boomer thing.
Yeah.
Like with a glass of milk. Full glass of milk.
Milk as a beverage is so weird to me.
They love it though. Don't your parents love milk? My parents love milk.
No, my parents don't really drink milk.
Oh,
it's just so strange to like quench your thirst with milk.
Yeah, but sometimes it hits. Like you remember
no,
being
I don't
a kid.
know.
Remember being a kid and like you're really thirsty and then just like a
Yeah, okay.
a little sip of milk.
That I get because your brain isn't fully developed yet. You don't know better.
You know, I haven't done it in a long time, but maybe you should have brought milk.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I'll bring milk next time.
Please don't. Please don't. There won't be a next time if there's milk involved.
Okay. I won't.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you for
I
having
appreciate
me.
the gift.
You're welcome.
Should we jump into our first segment?
Let's do it.
Okay, we got headliners. So I got some headlines here. I want to get your take on some of these.
Okay.
We're going to start with some pretty impressive performances. Kyrie Irving and Karl Anthony Towns both went off for 60 points this last week. Mm-hmm. Now, we've had 7 50-point games this month, which is insane.
Yeah.
What is happening
well,
here?
I will say that I felt bad for Kat because it was like everybody was so excited about his big game, and then Kyrie the next day was like, I can do it too. But I mean, no, it's been great. Yeah, I don't know. I think obviously the 3-point is getting a little bit too easy. You know, they're getting their 3-pointers in, but I don't know. I mean, I think they're also just like really, they're going off.
Yeah.
What did we say before?
I think it's interesting that it's these two players because Cat's 60 came on the anniversary of his mom going into the hospital with COVID.
That is right.
And Kyrie is like the forefront outspoken anti-vaxxer of the NBA. I think it's very interesting,
that puts
both
a whole
guys.
new spin on it.
So my question is, are we going to get a 70-point game soon?
Yes.
Who? Name names. Who's giving us 70?
What? I don't really, because the whole Kyrie COVID, I want to say it's Kyrie because that I like watching Kyrie, but I don't really want him to like win. Somebody tweeted like Kyrie is really putting on for the pro COVID community.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see Kat do it. I mean, I think
I feel like Durant or LeBron would be the one to do it.
I was gonna say LeBron just because like otherwise they're not gonna win another game.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, Durant too. I just think, you know who? Maybe Luka. Luka has been
I could see that.
Offensively tearing it up.
It's going to be somebody random. Like
Yeah.
Shake Milton is going to put up 70 in a game.
You mentioned the anniversary of Kat's mom going to the hospital. Anthony Simons lost his grandma like a few months ago, and that was the night he had 40, I think.
Wow. Mm-hmm. It could be Anthony, but he's out right now. He's not playing.
True.
So
and also they really don't want to win.
yeah. Well, the
Justice
brass
for
doesn't want to win.
Justice.
I think the team still. Yeah, Justice Winslow for 70. That's the one.
Let's do it,
Okay.
Justice.
All right, lock it in. All right, next headline. We've got LeBron, Giannis, and Embiid in the tightest 3-man race for scoring title in NBA history.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's crazy. This is as of Tuesday. This is what they are
Today's-
scoring on the season.
Okay.
LeBron is at, oh, I'm sorry, Joel is leading right now.
Oh.
Joel, I'm in first name basis with Joel. Call him Joe.
Jojo.
29.85 points per game over 55 games. Then you've got LeBron at 29.74 points per game over 50 games. And then Giannis at third with 29.69 nice points per game over 58 games. So this is the tightest a scoring title has ever been. The second closest, so that margin between the three is 0.16 points. It's the only thing separating them. The second one came in 85-86, and the margin was 0.53 points. So it's been decades since we've seen anything this close. Mm-hmm. Who's going to win this thing?
Well, I'm firmly of the camp that LeBron should shut it down.
Wow.
So,
Wow. We're giving hot takes on the show.
yeah. Well, look, I feel bad for LeBron this year, and I don't like to feel bad for LeBron. Like nobody needs to feel bad for LeBron. But what if he hurts himself? He needs to just chill out till next year.
I might agree with you if they weren't in the play-in, but if there's hope, you got to play them, right?
I guess. Sure. I mean,
you could also just say no.
Is there hope? Do you have hope?
I mean, it's LeBron. That's all I'm going to say. It's LeBron.
But don't you think if it was LeBron, they wouldn't?
He's the greatest play-in player of all time.
What a list.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I guess he is. You know what? You're right.
He's undefeated in the play-in tournament.
Okay.
Him and Ja.
Okay,
The two
Brian.
greatest. No,
Okay, well, just back to the scoring. Yeah, I mean, LeBron could do it. He totally could, especially if he wants to. I mean, he's the only one on that team that does. But I think it's going to be The addition of Harden makes it interesting for Joel, but
Because he loses some points.
yeah, I guess so. But I still think that he would beat Giannis. I don't know. That's going to be tough. I'm going to say no to LeBron. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm still going to go with Joel.
Embiid. Mm-hmm. All right. You bring up Harden, which is interesting because I feel like it takes some of the offensive load off of Embiid's, because this we're looking at for the whole season points per game.
Right.
I'm curious to see how much Harden's presence will affect Embiid and whether, I mean, these teams, right? We're talking about the Bucks and the Sixers here, are looking at title contention this year.
Right.
Do they rest toward like the last couple weeks of the season? Does that affect, although that would kind of solidify that number.
Yeah.
Because it's not really games played, it's per game.
Well, the Sixers are only one game behind.
Yeah.
Is it the Bucks?
Yeah.
Or is it, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they both are trying. I mean, they'll slip in the standings. So I think also the Sixers have been having trouble lately. So I don't think they rest Joel.
Here's the other thing too, because you mentioned like they're going to want to win as many games to like maybe get the second seed.
Well,
That seed could also be looking at the Nets in the first round. So you might want to drop some of those games, maybe take that 3 or 4 seed.
or you would want to make it the most exciting playoff round ever and make the Sixers play the Nets.
Yeah, I don't think the Sixers want to do that though. The Sixers just got spanked by the Nets.
That's true. If they hadn't, it would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Do you think that was just a fluke though, or do you think in a series that they would really get?
I think you're looking at Durant and then you're looking at Harden and Doc, and that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But do you think that Doc knows that he's Doc? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Doc would be like, "Oh, we'll take him," and then just just fall apart like he always does.
Maybe. That would be absolutely wild if that's how it played out. But we'll see. We'll see.
This is an entertainment form.
Okay. So you got Embiid winning the scoring title.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
All right, next, a little bit of bad news here. Steph Curry suffers a sprained ligament in his left foot. The team remains hopeful that he will return for the playoffs. They said that they're hoping he comes back mid-April. What does this mean for the Warriors?
I mean, it's tough. They had their big three back for one game.
End game.
Well, yeah, end game. And I mean, just when they were starting to get into like Clay was looking good, he was really getting into his flow.
Yeah.
Draymond was back, and they were really struggling without Draymond. I don't know. I mean, it sucks. I feel bad for their fans. I have a friend who I was talking to him about it this morning, and he was like, "We need Steph back before the playoffs."
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people are saying, at least the Woj tweet was that they're optimistic that it wasn't, anything more serious. But I don't know. That's going to be really tough for them.
It is. I think if Jordan Poole, James, I don't want another comment about Jordan Poole. If Jordan Poole continues the play that he's had, I think that this might be a storm that they can weather a bit, at least scoring wise. My biggest concern is, does Clay continue this kind of getting into rhythm? Does Jordan Poole continue this, heater that he's on without the gravity of Steph on the court?
I don't think so. I think that Steph, they've taken a huge leap especially from last year. They got a really hot start. They figured some things out, but Steph is like the turkey in the sandwich, like you take it out and then you just have lettuce and tomatoes. Does that make sense?
So we're looking at the Warriors are a salad and bread right now.
The Warriors went vegan.
Well, I appreciate that personally, but okay. Hey,
I don't think it's gonna be great without Steph.
Wow.
Do you?
The slander to vegans now is insane.
It's just that if
Paul's vegan.
If you
that's a terrible example. Please don't.
I love vegans. Please, I love vegans. But if you order the turkey sandwich and they bring it to you without the turkey,
okay.
Like the competition is for a full meat sandwich, and that's the NBA title, right?
Okay.
But now the Warriors, they lost their turkey, so they are eliminated. They won't be
Okay,
eliminated.
that's fair. I just want a big vegetable. That is Natasha Dye. I'm just gonna put that out there. That is your enemy number one.
Oh no. Okay, I love vegans. Everybody.
Wow.
You're.
Wow. Farmers of America and Jeff Garland just have you on their most wanted list right now. We're going to move on before we dig this hole even deeper. We got Donovan Mitchell. He puts up 25 points off 7 3-pointers made in the third quarter against the Bulls in a very convincing win. My question to you is, and look, I will say this, this show has not been kind to the Jazz, especially lately. They were called boring on the last episode. I think I've called them regular season frauds. It's not been great, okay? Mm-hmm. But does this performance and what the Jazz are doing right now, do we need to take them seriously as contenders? Do I need to stop the slander and start respecting what they're doing and look at them as a real contender in the West?
You know what's interesting is like up until this moment right now, I have been thinking no, but like now I feel kind of bad for them with all the slander. No, I still don't think so. But I mean, for a second I felt a little bad. No, I think they're boring too. They've also been called boring on my Twitter account multiple times. Nice
plug.
No, they are boring. Sorry.
But boring doesn't mean bad, right? Like the Spurs were boring forever, but they were a dynasty.
But it means predictable. And I think that's their issue.
So this third quarter explosion aside, you're not taking them seriously as a contender?
No. And I used to really kind of not get that idea that people said like you got to prove it.
Yeah.
But with them, I do, because they've been given the opportunity so many times. I think that idea can get a little irrelevant just when it comes to like a new team, but the Jazz really aren't that different than they were, and
yeah,
I think this core group needs to prove it.
I totally get that. I've said they remind me of the Lob City Clippers, where at a certain point it's like, okay, it's not fun anymore. We're not taking you seriously anymore until you give us a reason to take it seriously. And that can only be done in the playoffs.
Yes.
At this point for them.
Yes.
Because you can win a ton of regular season games. I mean, the Clippers, that Lob City team was great in the regular season and then so just crumbled in the playoffs. So yeah. Okay. All right. So prove it is what we got out of this.
Yes. And also Donovan Mitchell is a little boring.
I think Donovan Mitchell's exciting.
I know a lot of people do. I wish I did. Sorry.
Eat your vegetables and you might find them exciting.
Okay.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the bells ringing?
No. What?
Well, there are bells ringing.
Where?
In post-production. And
I do hear the bells
that
ringing.
means that we are going to the altar of the basketball gods.
Oh, yes.
It is time to ask the basketball gods. So, in this segment, we go to the altar of maybe the most vengeful gods that have ever existed. And we, against our better judgment, ask them for something. Because what else do you do with gods? You can show some appreciation, sure. But most of us are just asking for stuff. And that's what we're going to do.
That is so true.
Now, I have an ask. I understand that probably my best route to appealing to the gods is asking for some kind of vengeance, which I did. I asked for punishment for the Jazz for selling Jordan Peterson tickets last time I was here, and then Donovan Mitchell has a massive third quarter. So maybe it's just me they hate. I've had it in my head they just kind of hate basketball, but I'm realizing now it's just me that they hate. So I'm going to try to keep it positive here.
Okay.
And I'm asking for health going into the playoffs. Because right now, especially in the West, it feels pretty wide open.
Yeah, every day there's something else, even just this morning with Steph.
Yeah, I think there's only two real teams that we're looking at contending currently, and that is Phoenix and Memphis. Those are the only two teams that I think have really set themselves aside. The Warriors were doing it, but with injuries, it's made it very difficult. So I want a healthy Clippers team.
Yes.
I want a healthy Denver team. I think they make the playoffs very interesting if they're healthy.
Definitely. And Jamal Murray just went to the G League, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Michael Porter
Scary.
Jr. might be coming back soon.
Yeah. I thought it was like really over for him this season.
There's been a lot of optimism and hope that he's going to play.
Cool.
I want Lonzo back for the Bulls to see if we can capture some of that Cinderella, excitement that we had earlier in the season. I want Chris Paul back with the Suns.
Okay.
I want it to be interesting, right? Because a lot of people said last year was a fluke. They didn't face any healthy teams all the way to the finals. I'm not fully into the I don't believe that they're not good. I'm not there. I do think that they're really good, but I want to see them healthy, facing healthy teams. So I'm including them in here. Okay. The Warriors, I want them to get Steph back.
Yeah, it would be no fun without Steph.
Yeah, and then I want Ben Simmons on the Nets. Yes. I want to see him play basketball with the Nets. I mean, it was exciting to see, Harden with the Sixers, and those first couple games were literally historic for that franchise. The
Yes.
numbers that he put up have never been done before in Philly. I want to see a bit of a redemption story with Ben Simmons here in the Nets. I just want healthy playoffs. That's all I
agree.
want.
I agree. I love Ben Simmons, so I'm feeling bad for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I love him. I feel
Okay.
bad for him. I also just like there's so much to it because aside from like all the mental health, like people just tore into him, and it was great to watch the Nets just destroy the Sixers after all those fans paid so much money just to be rude and bully a man. But also, I mean, he gets like a lot of flack from, this is such a like different, the Kendall Jenner fans go really hard on Ben Simmons because he's her ex.
Okay.
And like now she's dating Devin Booker. But like there's a whole group of people that like don't really watch basketball, but they just like love Kendall Jenner. And so Ben gets a lot of hate on that too. Like I feel bad for him. He didn't deserve it. And I would love to see him do well. And I think he will be great on the Nets.
Yeah. I actually think he kind of fits what they're trying to do pretty well.
I think so too.
With Durant and Kyrie kind of spacing things out, it'll open up the lanes a little more for him. I think it could be great. I just want to see it. I want to see it happen. So,
and also the mistake he made last playoffs, like, yeah, it sucked, but so many players have done that, like it was bad, but I don't think it deserved all of this.
Okay, that's fair. What are you asking the basketball gods for?
I thought long and hard about this, and I am asking the basketball gods for
A turkey sandwich.
Yes.
Okay.
For a turkey sandwich, and a PB&J. No, I'm asking for good officiating in the postseason and the rest of the season.
What does that look like to you?
Like, I don't want any calls at the end that, can I say BS?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want any bullshit calls. I don't want any games decided by like some ridiculous.
Oh, you didn't love that game a couple years ago where the game was won by Jimmy Butler hitting free throws after the game clock was over?
I don't love that.
Oh,
no.
interesting.
Personally,
Interesting.
not my favorite way to end a game.
I think that's how Naismith envisioned the game the whole time.
You know what? That's how the refs envision the game the whole time. That is. I just want the gods to not mess with the officiating. I want the gods to keep the refs on their best behavior.
Okay, keep the refs in check.
Yeah, keep the refs in check.
I like it. That's a good ask.
Yeah.
We'll see if the basketball gods oblige.
They like me, so.
Do they?
Yeah.
You have a good relationship with the gods?
I have a really good I one time decided I was going to drink hot sauce if the Clippers lost a game that they were absolutely not going to lose, and I like bet the internet that I would do that, and they were supposed to lose and they didn't lose, and I didn't have to drink the hot sauce.
Wow.
So, yeah, the gods.
Okay.
We go back.
We're gonna test that out. I tithe every week and they still don't give a shit. They don't care what I do. But
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Maybe you have to stop asking them for so much stuff every week.
Yeah. I'm just so needy.
Yeah, they're like, Brian, not again.
That's okay. You might be onto something there. Well, it is time for us to have some fun.
Okay, because we haven't been. Finally.
This has been miserable
Yeah,
for me.
seriously.
So let's have some fun.
Okay.
And let's play 3-pack.
Okay.
So
let's do it.
3-pack is a segment. It's an old bar game essentially. It's 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
I have picked this week's 3-pack. I'm going to throw 3 facts at you, and you have to sniff out the lie and
Okay.
figure out which one is not true.
I'm not good at this stuff.
So the topic for 3-pack this week is Karl Anthony Towns,
Okay.
Mr. 60 himself.
Okay. I can do that. I'm good at cat.
So Karl Anthony, who I will say, in researching all of this, he prefers to be called Karl Anthony and not Karl. That is a preference. Found that interesting.
Cool.
Not part of the game.
Okay.
That's a bonus
That's
fact
true.
for you. That one is true.
Okay.
Oh, you're so paranoid already.
I know. I was like, I don't know if you're tricking me.
Okay, game on.
Game on.
Karl Anthony Towns won Rookie of the Year in 2016, despite having never won Rookie of the Month in his conference. D'Angelo Russell won twice, Devin Booker won 3 times, and Willie Cauley-Stein won once. Fact number 2. He continued to take online classes via the University of Kentucky when he left and got into the NBA in hopes of becoming a doctor after his NBA career. Fact number 3. He was the first Dominican to be selected first overall in the NBA. Which one of those is a lie?
Oh, no.
So you've got one Rookie of the Year, despite never winning Rookie of the Month in his first season. Continued to take online classes at Kentucky in hopes of becoming a doctor after the NBA.
I feel like that's true.
And was the first Dominican to be selected first overall in the NBA. Who, I will say, this one is true as well, that he represents the Dominican national team.
Yeah.
So if you're questioning whether or not he's Dominican, he is.
Yeah, I see that wasn't but I was going to say the second one was immediately the lie, but you know what? No, I think the second one is not true.
So you think that he did not continue to take online classes?
I mean, good for him if he did. I don't think he wouldn't, but
What's making you think that that's not true?
because I think the other two are true.
Okay.
Well, no, it's the first one, huh?
You got to pick an answer here.
Dang it, Brian. No, it's oh god. Yeah, let me just no. Oh god. Okay, 2.
2 is not true.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
Dang it.
The first one is the lie. He did win Rookie of the Year in 2016.
Yeah,
But he won Rookie of the Month every single month in the Western Conference. Not a single rookie in the Western Conference won Rookie of the Month.
well, you got me.
I got you.
Touche. I owe you nothing.
A bottle of hot sauce to drink.
Yes. Well, no. Maybe later.
Yeah, I thought it was in it because, I mean, it is true that D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, Willie Cauley-Stein
Yeah.
all were in his conference as rookies, but he won every single month,
See,
Rookie of the Month.
I thought that one was true because you had so much information about it. You had like these numbers ready to go. So I was like, oh, you're done.
It's a
And I
mind
don't follow
game.
Rookie of the Month as much as I should.
As a Ben Simmons fan, you weren't following the Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons war
You know
that
what?
was happening?
You got me there. You got me there. I'm sorry, Karl, Anthony.
Ooh, you recovered. That was
I
good.
did,
You
I did,
almost
I
slipped
did, I
up.
did. No,
All right.
it's professional.
It's okay. Don't feel bad. We've all
it's
been stumped on
okay.
the show before. We've all been
yeah.
stumped. Well,
Stumped all the time.
we can make up for it in this next segment because
Yes.
we're going to the Casino of Clayton. So Clayton from the road. You know, I keep saying this. Clayton's on tour, but the casino never closes. And
True.
he has sent us some new betting lines for the weekend games. Now, to recap last week, pains me to recap last week, but we're going to do it. So last week, the bets were Clippers at Hawks on Friday, over 35.5 combined made free throws, plus 200 odds. I put $25 on this one. They made 31 out of 36 attempts. He is getting scary good at this. Second bet was Knicks at Nets, the battle for New York on Sunday, under 7 combined blocks, plus 300 odds. I put $50 down. There were 8 fucking blocks in this game.
You got so unlucky.
I'm not lucky. He's just a corrupt bastard.
Yeah, that's true.
He's fixing these games.
Clayton.
I know Clayton has officially gone to the dark side of betting, and he is now in on the fix. I will prove that with this next bet, which was Bucks at Warriors Saturday. Jordan Poole over 6.5 3-pointers made, plus 375 odds. I put $25 down. He went 5 of 10 from 3. He shot 50%, but only 5.
I need Clayton to help me with this.
He is the most corrupt croupier I've ever met.
Ugh, but you gotta love him for it.
So people on tour, I'm just going to say, the people that are watching Clayton on tour, look at me, all right? Don't try to haggle those prices on that merch because he will screw you over.
True.
He will find some way to make it unfair. Having said that, let's put some money down on some new bets.
Oh no.
So I'm going to let you play with my money a little bit.
Okay.
Because despite the fact that I lost last week, I still have $475
Good for you.
that we get to play with.
Great. I'm spending it all.
We can if you feel comfortable.
I mean, what happens if I'm wrong? Nothing.
I go back to sleeping in my car, but that's fine. So we've got Boston at Denver Sunday. Jokic has a triple-double in that game, plus 275 odd.
Okay. I'm putting $50 on that.
$50.
Yeah.
You're feeling confident.
Yeah. I
You
am.
think he's going to get that triple-double.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bos-
Jokic is a monster.
But Boston has also had one of the best defenses since the All-Star break in the NBA.
But like against someone like Jokic, like against a big like that.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't think Al Horford is really
Yeah,
going to
who's
shut him
gonna
down.
stop Jokic? I mean,
Time Lord?
I mean, no, he's got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Then we've got OKC at Orlando on Sunday. Any single player in that game scores 32.5 points or over, plus 300 odds. I just want to say, before we get into this, Clayton, I find this one a bit disrespectful to my Orlando Magic. I see what you're doing here. You're baiting me. You're baiting me into doing this, which is why I'm giving you the money, because I absolutely would bite the fuck out of this bait. What are we doing with this? Tell me.
Okay. I mean, at first glance, you see Oklahoma City and Orlando, and you're like, no one. But
I'm not.
Don't
put that on me.
Okay, you're right. Okay, you know what? You're right. Shea is. I say that yeah, Shea will get it.
Okay.
I love Markelle Fultz. Big Franz Wagner fan. Wagner.
Wagner.
It always comes out Wagner.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I know. Sorry, Franz. Yeah, I think definitely Shea, but yeah, I'm gonna put $50 on
50.
that as well.
Okay, we got 50
it's
on
just
that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm confident in that. Orlando, they have fun.
Sleeping Giant. I
Yeah.
keep saying it. I love this team.
Yes,
I love
them
this
too.
team.
I love watching them.
Okay, then we've got Dallas at Philly on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Luka under 0.5 technical fouls in the game, plus 400 odds. So he cannot pick up a technical foul in this game for it to hit. Now, there's a bonus bet here that Clayton has thrown in, and we can parlay this bet with Joel Embiid under 0.5 technical fouls, and that takes us to plus 900 odds. So if you want to take the parlay where both Luka and Embiid will not pick up a tech in this game, we get plus 900 odds.
Okay. I want to do that because
Let's parlay it.
Okay, let's parlay it because Luka got his. Well, he had one rescinded, but he has 14 techs right now, and then 16 you get suspended for a game.
Okay.
And then after that, for every 2 you get suspended another game. So, and this happened to Luka last year too. First of all, I love watching him play, but like he just gets red and screams and like jumps around like a baby. So
Sounds like me at the beach.
yeah, it is like you at the beach. I've seen, yeah. It's like me at Clipper games, just jumping around and screaming. So he's gonna be on his best behavior. He didn't get this. I don't think he got this. No, he didn't get the suspension last season. And he turns into a good boy. So
Okay.
And then Joel Embiid, like I'll take my chances, because I know that Luka's not. So I would rather, I'm taking the parlay.
Okay, what are we putting on it?
So I've spent how much money now?
$100 so far.
Okay. $100.
$100?
Yep.
Oh, you're playing with my money, but I like it.
Yep. I'm feeling good about that. And remember, the basketball gods like me, so.
Okay. Well, you made this bet.
I did.
So
And
we will
you
check back.
Will reap the benefits or
Sleep in my car.
yeah, or sleep in your car, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, I appreciate that so much. Almost as much as I appreciate Clayton sending in these betting lines. Thank you so much, Clayton. We do miss you around here, despite all the shit that we've been talking the last couple episodes. Thank you for joining us. That's the show.
Woohoo! We did it.
I want to give you a moment. I know you tried to slip in a plug earlier. This is plug time. Where can all the alts out there follow you, follow your work, plug away, whatever you want to promote?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter. That's probably the best place. I did just throw in the plug before because it was like, you were like, they've been called boring on this podcast. So I was just adding to their credits of being called boring.
Okay.
But it wasn't, you gotta plug whenever you can. At Natasha Dye, dye like tie-dye, not like death. And I write and I'll post any of my work there. And terrible takes most of the time.
Terrible takes at Natasha Dye.
Terrible but true takes, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, the real
Some
stuff.
tough love takes.
Tough love takes.
I like it.
Yep.
Well, go give Natasha a follow. She really, really is one of the best follows on Twitter. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you all for joining us this week. I will be back on Tuesday with another episode, with another special guest, and we will be getting into some of your favorite segments. I'm going to be leaving you all with this song. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Maybe not the most uplifting, but fuck it. That's the world, right? So the song is I Wish by The Mob off their 1983 Let the Tribe Increase LP on all the Mad Men records. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
I wish I could love. It must be fun to love. 'Cause so many people do it. It must be fun to love. I wish I could hate. It must be fun to hate. 'Cause so many people do it. It must be fun to hate. I wish I could fight. It must be fun to fight. 'Cause so many people do it. It must be fun to fight. I wish I could kill. It must be fun to kill. 'Cause so many people do it. It must be fun to kill. I wish I could die. It must be fun to die. 'Cause so many people do it. It must be fun